Hello, grade 3. All right, today we are going to talk about how to write our conclusion for our reports. So that's right, we've completed each of these other drafts. So we wrote about the introduction, characteristics of our animals, the habitat, their diet and how they survive, and their life cycle. Now we need to wrap it up. So what is a conclusion? A conclusion summarizes the information that's been shared. That means it takes the important facts and restates them or says them again in a simple way. So I decided to choose some of the important facts from my report that I want people to remember. So I chose that brown bears are large predatory creatures who have sharp claws and big paws, as well as a hump on their back. They live in forests and tundras all over the world, and they can live in hot and cold climates. They are omnivores who eat small animals, fish, berries, nuts, and roots. They use their strength and size to hunt food and hibernate to help themselves survive through winter. Brown bears go through 5 stages of life and live to be 20 to 30 years old, and brown bears are magnificent animals. So what do you notice about my facts? If you said that I have chosen a fact or summarized each step that we talked about, then you are correct. I summarized their characteristics by just talking a teeny bit about it, the important stuff, their habitat, their diet, their survival, and their life cycle. So typically a conclusion does not include new information, but if you are someone who did the extra fact research, you can put it in here as well. Let's just start with the summary first. So I made sure to think back to why I chose brown bears and think of a way to start that shows my reader that this is the conclusion. So I said, in this report, I have told you all about brown bears. So I'm saying, I've told you all about them. This is how I'm ending it. I wanted to know more about their life cycle and how they survive. So if you go back to my introduction, that was what I said about why I chose to learn about brown bears. I learned that they have sharp claws, big paws, and a hump on their back. I learned that they live in the forest and tundra where they use their special features to hunt small animals, catch fish, find berries and roots, and hibernate to survive winter. That seems long and could be made into some smaller sentences. Brown bears are magnificent creatures that go through stages of life just like we do. I hope that you have enjoyed learning about them as much as I have. If you are interested in learning more about brown bears, check out these cool extra facts. There are 16 different types of brown bears. Their hump is made out of muscle and shows strength. Brown bears can have 42 teeth, and a brown bear can smell something 3 kilometers away. So notice how I just kind of stuck my extra facts in at the end, but I said, if you're interested in learning more, here's the extra facts. My conclusion shows that I set out to learn about their life cycle and how they survive, and I gained all of this information. So when you're writing your conclusion, I want you to have this up, my example, so that you can use it as a guide for writing your own. I'm really excited to see what you write. So it's your turn. Remember, always check your capitals using mints. Check your punctuation, so read your sentences out loud to see where you might need to put a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. If you run out of breath while reading your sentence, you need to find a way to make it 2 sentences. It's too long. Make sure your sentences do not start with and, then, or because. I will send it back and ask you to fix that. Check your spelling and be proud of your work. You've been working so hard. Tomorrow, myself and Miss Kari will talk to you about what your final job is for your report. Have fun!